Alright, so let's go ahead and start blocking in the trigger guard. So let's go ahead and go to our right view, hitting V and R. And what I want to do is I want to create another bit of geometry to be used to block in the trigger guard. I'm not going to worry about connecting it to the frame just yet. So let's go ahead and go to polygon mode, and let's select this polygon right here and go to our move tool. Hold down shift and drag that out. You'll notice that this brings up a dialog box that says create part of mesh. We want to make sure that this is part of the element. So it's still part of the object itself. It's just been separated out, and so I can treat it like it's its own element. So hit OK, go to vertex mode, and what you'll do is you'll simply come in, start moving these vertices around, and we want to trace out the shape of the trigger. So to do this, let's go ahead and right click and target weld. Or actually, let's not do that right now. Let's actually just select this edge, and let's hold down shift and trace this out. Okay. I'm not worried about how it's going to connect at the moment. I'm just worrying about the topology. So I'm just trying to give exactly what it takes to trace out this trigger. Okay, so we'll bring that out, and then this out here. And then we'll worry about how that's all going to connect here in just a little while. Okay, so I'm switching back and forth between edge mode and vertex mode by switching between 1 and 2 on the keyboard. So 2 is edge mode and 1 is vertex mode. You'll also notice that I'm moving these vertices around, and what I'm really doing is I'm trying to get the edges to point toward the edge or the flow of the model. So the line is parallel to the way the model should go. Okay, so this is called edge flow. Edge flow is going to be really important as a modeler, okay, especially if you create models that are going to be animating with bones or something like that. Now in this case, this is just a weapon, so it's not as important for deformation, but it's still important. It's nice to have good, clean topology. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and continue on with this. I'm going to take this edge, I'm going to bring it right up to here. Take this one, pull it down to here. And then we'll do one more, just like so. Now on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this edge up, and then I'm going to connect these two edges using bridge, just like that. Great. So now that that is set, let me go ahead and pull this one back here, and that looks good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this part right here. So looking at this, I could probably take this vertex and pull it down right about here. Okay, and then I'll go to edge mode, and I'm going to pull this over, and let me go ahead and just bring that across. Okay, kind of like that. And then we'll connect all of that together. Now, as of right now, this isn't going to connect together very well. Okay, first thing first, we have this curved piece here, and we don't want anything to connect to that. Okay, I want the trigger to connect to the flat part. So what I'll do is I'm going to right click and target weld from here to this corner, and then from here up to here. Okay, now we have this hole here. It's not a big issue. Let's go ahead and get rid of these polygons that are underneath, so that way we can target weld. Go to vertex mode. I'm going to right click and target weld from here to here, then here up to here, and then finally to here. Perfect. All right, so now we need to reconnect all of that. We need to get that hole taken care of. And the only way to do that is to add some segments right in here. Okay, now you'll notice that we have a hole that we had from last time. Let's go ahead and fill that. Go to border mode or hit 3 on the keyboard and then just use cap. Okay, that will create the polygon that we need there. Then let's go ahead and select all of those edges. Okay, okay, in that ring, and let's use connect. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 segments for this. So we'll make 3 segments, and then I'm just going to simply move them around however they're needed, put those into position. Go to vertex mode and we'll simply target weld, connecting all of those together. Double click on those edges to get the loop. Right click, target weld. There we go. And then we're going to select this edge, and then we'll double click here. Oops, and it looks like something happened with our connect. Did not realize that happened there. Let's go ahead and hit Control Z really quickly. Oops, it looks like we grabbed one too many edges there. Sorry about that. Now let's connect that with 3 segments. Double click this segment, pull that over. Target weld. Pull this over and target weld from here to there. And then we have one more. We can just simply target weld from there to here. All right, perfect. So now let's go to our right view, hitting V and then R. And you can just kind of move these points around a little bit, just kind of get them to relax a little bit. Okay, it looks good. All right, so we've got that blocked in there. Now what we want to do is we want to come in and we want to start finishing out the rest of the frame. So how do we get this to connect to the rest? Now we're starting to get into the final bit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to outline the rest of this frame, block it in, and then we'll use a simple cap and cut technique to get the rest of what we need.